Recently, I did a video listing what I think to be the top combat or duty handguns. In the comment section of that video, several people asked me to do a list of what I think to be the best backup guns, or bugs as some people call them. Well, I thought that was a good idea, so today I'm going to do just that. But first, we have to set the criteria for what makes a good backup gun. First, if you're using a backup gun, it's pretty much a life or death situation. So that means it has to be a simple and easy to use gun. No manual safeties or anything that might get in the way of you successfully firing that firearm. It has to be a gun that you can just quickly pull, point, and fire. Also, it needs to be a relatively small gun, a small and light gun. You're not going to carry this gun in the same way that you carry your primary handgun. It needs to be something that can be concealed easily, possibly even in deep concealment. And you have to be able to carry it that way without it being very painful and without it adding a lot of weight to what you regularly carry. So it has to be a small and light gun. Now finally, it has to be a capable caliber. If you're using your backup gun, like I said, it's probably a life or death situation, so you want it to be a caliber that's capable of stopping the threat. For that reason alone, I really wouldn't go anything under a 38 Special plus P round. So with those three things in mind, the conditions that I think a gun has to be able to meet before it can be a good backup gun, let's get started with our list of top 5 backup guns or bugs. Okay, starting off the list at number 5, we have the Beretta Pico. This is an awesome little gun. Everyone should have one, and I'm just kidding. This gun is awful. I'm only putting it here because people think I'm going to have to put a Beretta on the list. Nope, there's not going to be a Beretta on the list. This was just a joke. This gun is a joke. In fact, this thing is an abortion. If anyone ever tells you you should buy one of these, kick them in the taint. They're awful. This is not the number 5 gun. It is not on the list. The actual number 5 gun is the Ruger LCP. This is a gun that actually deserves to be on the list. This gun pretty much revolutionized the small .380 pistol industry. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's just a ripoff of the Kel-Tec. But the Kel-Tec gun is garbage. It doesn't work. This gun works. And let's remember, Kel-Tec didn't own or invent any of the technology used in their gun. They just used technology that was no longer under copyright protection. Ruger did the same thing with this gun. So this gun is much better because it actually works. So this gun is one worth owning and worth being on this list. Now, this will be the only .380 on the list because with the small 9mm that are available today, I don't think there's any reason to go down to a .380, but this gun is so important to the gun industry. This is a gun that I think really earned its place by being something special, being so small, so easy to carry that everyone can get one. And if you're someone that wants something tiny for your backup gun, this would be the one to go to. It combines size with reliability and a fairly capable caliber, the .380. So any way you look at it, this gun deserves to be on the list at number 5. At number 4 on the list is the Glock 43. Now, there's not much you can say about a Glock. It's a Glock. It is a very simple little gun, but it is small. It is concealable. It is a capable caliber, being a 9mm, and it does come with that Glock reliability. There's not a lot you need to say about that. Now, it's not the most proven gun, hasn't been around for very long. Maybe if it had been, it would be a little bit higher on the list. But for right now, all things considered, I think it deserves this place at number 4 on the list of best backup guns. Next on the list at number 3 is the Car CM9. This is an excellent little gun. It probably has one of the best triggers of any small single stack 9mm gun on the market that is striker fired. So this gun definitely deserves its place on the list. That trigger alone makes this a great gun. And then you add the fact that it's very small, very concealable, very easy to use, and you've got a real winning combination there. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why not the PM9? Well, the PM9 has a lot of extra features that you really don't need on a backup gun. Better sights, better rifling, etc. You can actually save a lot of money and still have a gun that's just as capable in an up-close and dire situation. So the CM9 definitely deserves the number 3 position. Now, the gun at number 2 is not going to surprise anyone. It is the Smith & Wesson 442. If you like a stainless gun, you can get the 642, but for backup and duty guns, I prefer the black gun, so I'm going to give it to the 442. This is one of the most proven and reliable guns you can possibly buy. Nothing beats a revolver for reliability, and nothing beats a J-frame for proven history of being a great gun. It's a good, accurate little gun, and up close 38 Special is definitely going to get the job done. It's a gun you can count on in every single way. So the Smith & Wesson J-Frame 442 or 642 definitely deserves the number 2 position on this list. And now for the number 1 gun on the list, and this gun just barely beat out the number 2 gun on the list. It is the Ruger LCR. Now, I actually prefer the 38 Special version of this gun because it does save you a lot of weight while still having a very capable up-close caliber using 38 Special plus P. And I prefer the standard hammerless version of the gun for a backup gun. Much like the reason I chose the 442 at number 2, I chose the hammerless version because I don't want any chance of the gun snagging when being drawn from deep concealment. Backup guns are often carried deeply concealed, so that is a concern with the backup gun. The Ruger LCR edges out the Smith & Wesson simply because of the trigger. The standard LCR trigger is amazing. It is the best small revolver trigger on the market, and it's still as reliable as any other revolver on the market. If you ask me, the Ruger LCR was definitely a game changer for the small revolver industry, and it definitely deserves the number 1 position on this list of best backup guns. So there you have it. There's my list. Are there any guns that are on this list that you don't think should be there, or a gun that isn't on the list that you do think should be there? If so, put it in the comment section below. Never underestimate the comment sections as a good resource for people that might be looking for a backup gun, or for people that might not even know they're looking for a gun until they see you mention it in the comment section. So let's hear what you think. But for now, that's my own personal list of what I consider to be the top 5 backup guns. And finally, if you're using your backup gun, it's probably a matter of life and death, as we said before, so it needs to be an effective caliber. Max, what are you doing? Ah, God damn it, cat. Fucking old crazy cat. Come on, let's go. Well, Max, do you want to tell everybody what you did, or do you want me to tell them, huh? You want to tell them? As I'm filming, did you just squat right in front of me and shit right in the floor in front of me, even though the litter box is just like 5 feet away? Did you? Yeah, that's what you did. Yes, it is. The joys of owning a 19-year-old cat.